Welcome to the Study Abroad First Step meeting. We are excited that you are interested in studying abroad and look forward to working with you on your journey. We recognize that this is a strange time in the world right now, full of unique challenges. However, we think global education is more important than ever, and it is never too early to start planning. My name is Carmen Asatier, and I am the Study Abroad Coordinator in the Office of International Programs. As an undergraduate student, I spent a semester abroad studying Spanish in Toledo, Spain. It was my first time out of the country, and the experience, as they say, was transformative. I learned so much about myself and the world during that time, and it sparked a lifelong interest in travel and intercultural learning. It is why I do the work that I do now. I, along with my colleagues in the Office of International Programs, Roy Robinson, the director, and Eowyn Greeno, Study Abroad and International Student Advisor, all have been fortunate to have numerous international experiences and believe in the importance of international education. Learning deeply about our own cultures and other cultures has never been more important. There are many benefits to studying abroad. These can include, but are not limited to, a greater sense of independence, maturity, and self-confidence. For some of you, like me, studying abroad may be your first time out of the country, and you will be expected to navigate in new and different ways. You will have to learn to be flexible and adapt to the unknown, which can lead to a greater level of comfort with ambiguity. You will likely learn how to effectively interact with people from different cultures and with a variety of different backgrounds. All of these things will serve you well, both personally and professionally. One of the questions we frequently get is, where can I study abroad? As a Puget Sound student, you can choose from the many approved study abroad programs listed on our website. This list remains relatively static, but please note that it is possible for a program to be canceled or changed. There are over 100 different approved programs to choose from on our website. To help narrow your search, you can use search filters such as term, discipline, and world region at the top of the page. It's important to remember that you must choose one of these programs, which have been reviewed and approved by the Office of International Programs as well as the International Education Committee, made up of faculty from across campus. The programs are reviewed for academic integrity, health safety and support, and intercultural competencies. You may not select a program that is outside of this list of approved programs and expect to get credit for it. In order to be qualified to study abroad through Puget Sound, there are a number of requirements. Throughout the process, just as you will have expectations of our office, we will have some expectations of you. Please know that email remains our official mode of communication. Therefore, you are expected to read, save, and respond to as needed all emails related to study abroad. Make sure you are selecting the study abroad program that is best for you. We can help steer you towards program options, but ultimately the decision is yours. Having some goals in mind for your study abroad experience can help narrow your search. Also, be proactive in researching programs. Read through websites and brochures, speak with alumni, program providers, ask questions, etc. Avoid allowing a parent or other well-meaning individual to take care of matters for you. Yes, there are a lot of steps in getting to study abroad. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming. However, this is part of becoming independent and will serve you well once you are abroad. And finally, don't put things off. We see this most frequently with things like applying for passports, visas, and scholarships. Now that we've covered eligibility and expectations, let's take a look at finances. It is important to note that for a semester study abroad program, regardless of the program, students are charged the equivalent of Puget Sound tuition, Puget Sound housing, as though you're living on campus in a shared room, the standard Puget Sound government fee, Puget Sound board, if your program has a meal plan, plus a study abroad program fee. There are 3 tiers of program fees, $300, $1,200, or $2,400. The fee is published on our program's website. All of the above costs are billed to your Puget Sound student account. This means you will not pay the program provider or foreign university directly, with the exception of the initial deposit to secure your place in the program. The deposit will then be credited to your Puget Sound account when you are billed for the rest of the semester. The billing will follow the same schedule as if you were here on campus. Because payment goes through your student account, we are able to automatically apply your federal, state, and institutional aid, including both need-based and merit-based scholarships from UPS. One exception to this is that work study does not apply, as you will not be able to work on campus during this time. There are some additional expenses to consider when studying abroad. These include things such as airfare to get to and from your program location, passport if you do not yet have one, a visa if it's necessary for your country and/or program, books or other course-related materials, spending money, immunizations, and other travel while you are abroad. These items will not be billed by Puget Sound. If you have questions about whether these expenses apply to your situation, you can discuss these specifics in your one-on-one advising meeting. Summer study abroad costs and payments function differently than semester or academic year. So if you are someone who is trying to determine when to go abroad, it is important to realize that when you are comparing summer versus semester in terms of costs, you're not necessarily comparing apples to apples. For a summer program, students pay the cost of the program as advertised, plus a $500 administrative fee. These costs get billed to your Puget Sound account. Students do not pay Puget Sound tuition, housing, or meal plan costs for summer study abroad. If your program is worth 2 or more units, students can borrow up to an additional 1/3 of their total federal loans. However, no Puget Sound scholarships or grants are available for summer study abroad. In order to receive credit on your Puget Sound transcript for your study abroad experience, students must participate in a Puget Sound approved program. We've mentioned this before, but feel it is important to reiterate. In most cases, students can earn major, minor, elective, and language credit abroad. As a part of the Puget Sound study abroad application, you will list the courses you intend to take abroad. Courses will be evaluated on an individual basis by the Office of International Programs in conjunction with the Registrar's Office. Course approvals, and how they will apply to an individual's degree requirements, will be documented on the Study Abroad Course Evaluation Form. This form is shared with you in the term prior to studying abroad. The majority of departments will allow up to 2 units taken abroad to be applied as major electives. This does vary, so it is also important to consult with your academic advisor to ensure that you meet the goals of your 4-year plan. So now that you have a basic understanding of eligibility, finances, and credits for study abroad, let's review the process of how to make it happen. First, you'll want to spend time researching programs. It is important to consider your goals for studying abroad. What is it that you want to get out of this experience? Are you looking to increase your language fluency? Do you want firsthand experience in field research? Do you want to learn about another culture? Or learn more about yourself? Homing in on your motivations will help clarify your objectives and make it easier to narrow down your choices. While you should certainly focus on the academics of study abroad, you should also consider additional factors such as level of support, accommodations you might need, housing options, and classroom style. You may also want to consider your individual identities and how those will or will not influence your study abroad experience. I showed you how to search our approved program database by different criteria. Take time to read the program websites and talk with program alum in order to familiarize yourself with your options. Next, you will meet with a study abroad advisor. At the end of this presentation, you will be given instructions on scheduling an advising appointment with a staff member in the Office of International Programs. You should plan to come to that meeting with an idea of your goals for study abroad. You will also want to meet with your academic advisor. Many faculty members have experience working with students in their majors who have had successful study abroad experiences. They can help you review your major and/or minor requirements as well as a 4-year plan. This can help inform your research for a study abroad program. Ultimately, you will need to select your study abroad program prior to applying. Your application is program specific and the committee will review your app with your particular program in mind. Your approval to study abroad is program specific. Finally, the application process is twofold. First, you must submit a Puget Sound application to study abroad by our deadline, typically at the end of January, for study abroad anytime in the following year. The semester application includes several essay questions and a faculty recommendation. It also asks you to upload a copy of your unofficial transcript and submit the courses you intend on taking in the section called Course Evaluation. In the Course Evaluation section, you can indicate if you are hoping to get major, minor, or elective credit for a particular course. This information is then automatically shared with the registrar's office, who will begin reviewing your proposed courses in tandem with your academic plans. After you submit the application, your application is reviewed by the International Education Committee and the Office of International Programs. You should be notified by the end. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. We hope that this has helped to answer some questions for you and give you an idea of the process of studying abroad. We now invite you to schedule an advising appointment with one of our advisors. Click on the link below to be taken to our scheduling page. Thank you for participating, and we look forward to working with you.